Oh, hey, I got an idea. I'm gonna go on to Firefox Pocket, which is their news conglomerate, whatever the fuck they want to call it. And I'm gonna read books by their titles. I'm just gonna run through every single article that Pocket shows me, maybe once or twice a week, and I'm just gonna rattle off whatever comes to mind when I read the headline. If it's interesting enough, maybe we'll read it. Maybe we'll read it. Maybe we'll pick one.
I'm getting fucked over here. It's too much heat.
Well, let's not keep you waiting. Let's jump right on into it. First one. Social media is rotting democracy from within. From Vox.com. Alright. Let's give him a chance. At the inauguration of Brazil's new far-right president, Jair Bolsonaro, in early January, a crowd of his supporters began a surprising chant. They weren't cheering for Bolsonaro or his running mate or their party. Instead, they were reciting the names of social media platforms. Okay, so hold up. Everyone's just sitting there at the inauguration. Like, imagine J20 2 years ago. Three? Two years ago. Uh, just, you got a million people there shouting, Facebook! Facebook! MySpace! Let's go. Come on. MySpace. But, okay, social media is rotting democracy from within. I think there's a case to be made for that. I don't know so much that it's specifically because Bolsonaro's Brazil is happy for Twitter or whatever fucking social media platform that they were reciting. But you look around on the internet, you can see social media just causes people to divide themselves. No one's, you know, very few people are having a friendly chat online nowadays. It's kind of sad. Next, we have Singapore's kiasu culture makes FOMO look like child's play. Long before Americans discovered fear of missing out, Singaporeans were fixated with its more excessive forebear, kiasu. So it just sounds like the same shit, but in Japanese. Singapore. Singaporean. Same difference, come on. Um, I'm gonna just leave that one as is. That one's no good. How to spend way less time on email every day. I actually know this one already. You just fucking read your email. I do it, and I spend maybe a combined total of 10 minutes a day doing email stuff, unless I have to actually respond, in which case, like 5-10 minutes per email. Average pro spends 28% of the workday reading and answering email. I want these fucking work days. Is this an office job? Stick me up in there. I need some work. Uh, 2.5 hours spent, 120 messages per day received per day. Yeah, talk to me about fucking receiving email. You want to see? I know I started this off by saying I check my email, but I didn't today. That's fucking 300 and I don't know if you can read that, but it's 354 emails. That's 2 days. You just run down the whole fucking, you know the drill. Come on. I promise you never read a story like this, mate. PlayersTribune.com. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that headline. We got chewed out. I'm talking a proper hair dryer. Listen, I know everyone talks about Sir Alex's hair dryer treatments. What the I've heard all the stories from back in the day. They were legendary. But you've never seen a bee sting until you've seen my granddad doing his thing. Okay. Sounds like a hair thing, obviously. I'm just not for me either. The Tech Revolt from story.californiasunday.com. Alright. Sometime I don't fucking skip it. Who was Lil Tay? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Do we gotta do this? Do you remember? This is what, thecut.com? This is them doing, remember? You remember? I remember. I know you remember. The plot against the Principality of Sealand. Now, Sealand, I think I know a little bit about it. I don't know much, but I do know it's a micronation somewhere near England off the coast. I want to say like the northwest, maybe southwest. I don't know. I feel like it's the west coast. Looks east to me, motherfucker. Thanks, Post Me. How the world's quirkiest micronation got pulled into one of history's most epic intercontinental frauds. That sounds badass. What, you got this fucking dude over on his little sea platform having, what, like international smugglers coming through, I guess. Like, what else are you gonna have? Whatever. Maybe we'll read that one. That might be a cool read. The era of move fast and break things is over. Many of today's entrepreneurs live by Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg's now famous motto, move fast and break things. Zuckerberg intended for this to inform internal design and management processes, but it aptly captures how entrepreneurs regard disruption. More is always better. Um, this is just that fucking, your OG millennial idiots just doing their OG millennial idiot thing. Uh, some people work well in what they would call organized chaos, but 9 times out of 10, that's just not a venture that can sustain itself. If you got people running wild all the time, just causing all kinds of destruction, not destruction, but disorganization in your fucking in your company, it's not gonna it's not a well-oiled machine. You fucking get it? Do I gotta spell it out? Whatever. Elon Musk. Why I'm building the Starship out of stainless steel. I gotta put this freaking pen down. Stainless steel ship though. So SpaceX is making a huge rocket out of stainless steel. As far as we know, this marks the first time the material has been used in spacecraft construction since some early ill-fated attempts during the Atlas program in the late 1950s. Yes, so we got Mr. Rich Man Muskie Boy, who's just dropping millions of dollars everywhere. He's like, I finally need to save a little money. And who could rightly blame him, honestly? Uh, I I know we historically don't do stainless steel. Yes, because of the Atlas idiocy in 1950s. But I mean, it's Elon Musk and whoever he chooses to have working on it. So you gotta have faith that the man knows what he's doing. But with the territory, there's some cause for concern when Mr. Man says he wants to just throw stainless steel up in the sky. I mean, you know how heavy that shit is. Uh, what were they using before? Was it the carbon fiber, whatever the fuck? You know? That shit probably is way more expensive. That was my point earlier I was making. Fuck. Yes, he's saving a little money. I bet that ain't no problem. But like I was saying, I'm going on loop. I'm gonna move on. What I learned from a month on the carnivore diet? I learned that I need vitamins. That's what I learned. Take your vitamins, kids. You make or break your life between 5 to 7 a.m. while serving a humanitarian and ecclesiastical mission at the age of 20. I learned potentially the most important lesson of my life. How you spend your morning determines your success in life. Nah, typically, I'm like waking up around 6. You gotta get the day rolling. What the fuck's this dude doing at 5 to 7 a.m.? And I mean, juxtaposing it with the photo attached, like, is he just is he reading just a book? Is it the book? Is he like, is this one of the black books from Skyrim? Like, what's going on here? I don't know. The fuck's this dude? I'm fucking jerking off at 5 to 7 a.m. whole time. It's nuts. TheAtlantic.com. Nobody is going to believe you. End quote. Bohemian Rhapsody. Ah, not this shit. Again. Another Me Too. Yeah. Okay. I don't. Obviously, if you fucking did it, fuck the guy. But I don't know, and I don't care enough to read right now. So that's next. Before you can be with others, first learn to be alone. In 1840, Edgar. Hang on. I disagree with the headline. I don't know why though. I feel like as a person, as one, you need to be able to grapple with thoughts and I don't know, not necessarily defeat them, but grapple with them, like demonstrate to yourself, I guess unconsciously, because you're not going to be paying attention to it, but you unconsciously demonstrate to yourself that, oh, I am able to, analyze a situation or contemplate an idea. I'm able to organize it in the world that we live in. It can fit into the structure of the way that I see the world, right in here. It fits. We're good. But I don't know, because if you have someone craving to be with others, I don't feel like the right thing to do is to tell them no, sit alone, you stay there, we're going over here. Like I don't think that's the right way to go about it. You feel? Either way, in 1840, Edgar Allan Poe described the "mad energy" of an aging man who roved the streets of London from dusk till dawn. His excruciating despair could be temporarily relieved only by immersing himself in the tumultuous throng of city dwellers. He refuses to be alone, Poe wrote. Alright, Edgar Allan Poe is an edgy boy. Uh, don't knock him. He wrote good shit. No disputing that. I don't care for him though. Moving on. Sugar time. This is just a painting. Moving on. Is clutter also making you bad with money? Um, I'm I'm pretty bad with money, and you ain't seeing my area. Moving on. Post work. The radical idea of a world without jobs. This is actually like future shit. Like this. Oh, I'm glad this one fucking popped up. I can actually talk. Uh, this is like your Star Trek kind of fantasy. This is couple few hundred years in the future. Technology is so fucking up there that no one actually has to do any labor. We just sit around. The robots make everything for us. The robots wipe your ass even. Come on. It's a world without jobs is a world of communism. A world where there are no jobs to be done is the only world that communism would ever work. Fuck communism. Shouldn't we all have seamless micropayments by now? I mean, yeah, yeah, we should, but we don't, and we probably won't for another 10, 20 years. So, whatever, man. Uh, 1990s, Tim Berners-Lee, Miss Team, yep, yep, Eric. Okay, that fucking has nothing to do with the headline, but yeah. Vox. We need new ways of treating depression. Experts are now looking to the social and environmental causes of the disorder affecting millions. You want to fucking know what it is? It's YouTube, it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's all this shit. It's the internet in general. Are you kidding me? Why are people depressed? Gee, I don't know. It's because there's millions of people on the fucking magic screen that you can compare yourself to. And guess what? You ain't that hot shit. You don't stack up very high. Sorry. The risk of thinking of your job as a higher calling. Well, that's just kind of sad. Um, don't get me wrong, some people definitely fit that mold, but for the vast majority of people, if you take your job most serious above all else in life, you know, when you leave that job eventually, one way or another, it's not gonna have been fulfilling. So just you do you. I don't knock the hustle. Respect it. What professional organizers really do and how they can help you. I think it's got a little something to do with this one, but moving on. I don't care. Umberto Eco's Anti-Library. Why unread books are more valuable to our lives than read ones. Hmm. It is our knowledge, the things we are sure of, that makes the world go wrong and keeps us from seeing and learning. Lincoln Steffens wrote in his beautiful 1925 essay. So I'm just assuming that that's one of the things in his anti-library. So all these unread books, uh, what's going on there? What do you got in that library, buddy boy? Umberto, huh? What do you got going on in there? Uh, I'm just trying to think, like, what books would be unread, you know? I mean, I guess any fucking book that they sell in a grocery store, any book written by Hillary Clinton, uh, hmm, no, I'm done. How an 18th century philosopher helped solve my midlife crisis. Well, that's just because you were having a midlife crisis and you did a smart thing and started looking at, people with wisdom and people who use the big brain and really hard. You heard a help. You got helpful advice, basically. I'm assuming. Next, TheRinger.com. It's a very taxing profession. Andy Murray and the grind of modern tennis. I have no doubt at all that it's a very taxing profession. I mean, you see people playing at like the U.S. Open, the Wimbledon, all that shit, and they are fucking body into it. Like I know I could never do that. Fucking running around all over the goddamn place, running after that little ass green ball. Catch me playing doubles if anything. I'm not running all the way across a whole goddamn court. Better let my homeboy over there catch it. You feel me? uh, yeah. Respect for tennis, whatever. The U.S. is fascinated by Mexican cartel bosses. The truth is less entertaining. It's not really a big surprise, though. I mean, we've always romanticized, like, the big type criminals that, like, you could always, like, I see myself being a fucking mafia man. Like, I can fucking be a contract killer, right? How a teen's death has become a political weapon. I'm not even gonna fucking get into that. It looks international. Yeah, Germany. Um, we get enough of that shit stateside. I don't feel like it. It just makes me sad. I'm sure I'll get into it one day on here. The hunt for Planet 9. Done. Done reading. It's fucking Pluto. Found it. What are you hunting for, man? Come on. Mitch McConnell got everything he wanted, but at what cost? What did he want? What did the fucking turtle man want? Oh, I opened a news story. Okay, we'll read two. Wait. Oh. Oh, I'm on MIT. Never mind. I don't read MIT. I'm sorry. It's Hey, sorry about that. The mic machine broke. You can see I got my fucking proton pack here now, so we good to go. Moving on. Disturbing the Silence. 20th century Trappist monk and poet Thomas Merton, upon witnessing one of his first services at the Abbey of Gethsemane in Kentucky, which would later become his home, wrote, quote, "The silence with people moving in it was 10 times more gripping than it had been in my own empty room." Moving on. Switching lanes with St. Vincent. I'm I'm gonna move on. The Treasure Behind the Wall. Something in the new Oscar de la Renta boutique in Paris was not what it seemed, Alex Bolin, the chief executive of Oscar de la Renta, planned to have his new store in Paris opened around this week, just in time for the Couture shows. It's NYT again. I want to read it, but I ain't gonna. I'm just gonna start fucking skimming these. These are all garbage. The year I couldn't speak at all was probably the best year of your fucking wife's life. Why you can't break your bad habits? It's because they're habits, and you haven't put any effort into breaking them. Inside the weird, dangerous world of Japan's girl idols. That's fucking pedophilia, and I ain't even gonna get into it. We got enough of that going on, too. The economics of streaming is making songs shorter. That makes 100% sense, and you can see it happening every single day you listen to a fucking track. Uh, you go on the jukeboxes. I don't know if you remember what the fuck those are, but when I was a kid, I remember seeing them around. Still do every now and then, I swear. They got touchscreens and gizmos on them now, but they're jukeboxes, I swears it. But anyway, you go on the jukeboxes and you pick a track. It's like 3, 4 minutes long, sometimes even 5, and you're like, God damn. Nowadays, you find good music, but you find an artist you like, hear one of his fucking banger songs, and it's only like a minute 44, so you're like, damn, dude. So you start scrolling through all of his fucking, through his whole discography, and you're like, minute 32, minute 55, and then you get so fucking hype when you see 2:20. It's like, it's not even that much longer. It's still way too short to fully satisfy you, but it's just, yes. Anyway, does journalism have a future? I'm I'm gonna take a pretty, I think, safe bet and say that it is. It is. Smoke break.
Hit or miss. I guess she took the kids, huh? You have no dad.
You don't have to go no carb. Instead, think slow carb. Huh, quite clever, if I must say so. Um, uh, sorry, I'm getting a little low energy over here. It's just these are all so fucking boring. Sucks for a first video type beat, you feel? But okay, no carb, instead go slow carb. Obviously it's just talk, it's a fucking diet article. I don't know why NPR's got to hop onto it acting like it's serious national news. This is your grocery store, your tabloids, your magazines and what's its. Moving on. Politico, they're all right. Why 2019 could be marijuana's biggest year yet? Well, I mean, I know Jeff Sessions is gone, and yeah, it's right in there, but I knew that already. Jeff Sessions had a hard on for marijuana. I don't know, maybe one day he smoked it and like accidentally fucked his dad or some shit. Whatever happened, we don't need to. But pot's gonna do pretty well this year. It just got legalized here in my home state of Michigan. I know it's been legal in Cali, Washington, Colorado. I know a couple other states have just recently passed it along with my state. It's my state. Um, yeah, it'll be a big year. Side note real quick on the marijuana shit. I got a buddy who's big into the pot stuff and he's always fucking yakking about how crap the Michigan laws actually are. Yeah, it's legal, but all the regulations and the bureaucracy of it is just too much. I've never been one for the overly bureaucratic systems. It just doesn't make sense. It's not built for people. You feel? All right, we got BNN, sorry, CNN. Stressed out and at risk inside Uber's Special Investigations Unit. That actually sounds kind of interesting. The internal investigators tasked with keeping Uber safe were overworked, underpaid, and at times emotionally traumatized as they struggled under the burden of nearly 1,200 cases every week. A confidential internal memo obtained by CNN says that's fucked up. I don't know exactly what's going on here. It sounds like whenever there would be a complaint with Uber, you have one of these internal investigators assigned to it. Um, I gotta find out. I need to know like what are all the disputes over, Like is this people not paying their fares? Is this people getting into fights. I can't imagine there's 1,000 people getting into a fight with their Uber driver every week.
This internal report obtained.
Nice try. Actually, no, never mind. Fuck off. Uh, most severe incidents reported to the company in North America, including verbal threats, physical and sexual assault, rape, theft, and serious traffic accidents. Okay, that's actually quite fucked up. Uh, you know, now that I have that info and I'm thinking about it, 1,200 a week divided by, let's say continental 48. We'll say 50 for the sake of the number, but so that's 24 people per state a week. I could see that. That seems a little realistic. I don't know. I want to know like I'd like to see a pie chart of like what amount is rape and sexual assault and robbery and all that. I think that'd be interesting. I can't imagine like rape is fucking half the chart though. You it's too much, whatever it is, obviously, the whole chart, but how to stay fit forever. 25 tips when life gets in the way. Get a babysitter, pretty much. I don't know. Go outside, walk, get up at all. Next. How artificial intelligence can help us make judges less biased. I don't even want to go into AI. I keep saying I don't even want to go into. That's okay, because that just means I have all these things to go into eventually. But I don't even want to get into the depths of AI and how fucked that is. Just go listen to Elon Musk on whatever, Joe Rogan or somewhere. But he'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you right now though, AI is gonna be just as biased as a person, because ultimately what made the AI? A person. And if the AI is so powerful that it goes beyond human capability, I'm gonna go with the Elon route and say that it's gonna become biased against humans. See through words. You gotta turn opacity down. Can Americans learn to love ugly fruits and vegetables? No, I don't eat green. Facts. Every successful relationship is successful. Every successful relationship is successful for the same exact reasons. I mean, no shit, happiness, cooperation, friendliness, or camaraderie. Doesn't necessarily have to be friendliness. I've seen it. Moving on. Their job is to scare me. Jason Rezaian describes first terrifying hours inside Iranian prison. Okay, that actually does sound fucking terrifying. I would never, ever, ever want to go to a Middle East prison, and I would hope you wouldn't either. The marijuana billionaire who doesn't smoke weed. This is just the one dealer who actually didn't get high on his own supply. It's okay. No, there's no need to cause a fucking ruckus about this. Uh, Warren Buffett's 20 slot rule, how to simplify your life and maximize your results. Quite frankly, I don't give two shits what Warren Buffett says. Uh, Old rich white guy, yeah, I can give less of a fuck. Herman Hesse on what trees teach us about belonging in life. I'm just gonna not even address. That just sounds fucking retarded. Uh, Coming soon to a police station near you. The DNA Magic Box. Ooh. Ooh, not actually cool. With rapid DNA machines, genetic fingerprinting could become as routine as the old-fashioned kind. Uh, Forensics experts see a potential for misuse. No shit! Bensalem, Pennsylvania. They call it the Magic Box. Its trick is speedy, nearly automated processing of DNA. It's actually quite terrifying. I hope this isn't like just a leisure, like a kiosk for anyone to just walk up to. I hope it's not like a 23andMe for free right outside the PD. You feel me? Uh, just giving your DNA to any company in general. Like, what is it? 23andMe, I said it. Isn't that owned by Susan Wojcicki, YouTube CEO's sister? Yeah, no thanks. I don't want my DNA being used to I don't want her giving my DNA to her sister, and YouTube starts recommending me shit based on my DNA. Whatever, fuck all that. Next is stop trusting viral videos. And we have a screenshot of the MAGA kids from Covington, Kentucky. If you've never heard of that city and state and these kids, who's ever heard of these kids? Not me. No. But seriously, I'm not going to stop trusting viral videos. I'm going to do what I've always done and watch them and try to piece it together for myself using my brain. I can't believe how many companies, how many media outlets we had coming out of the woodwork just shitting on these kids. They don't even know what's going on. Like, and this topic's been beat to death by every fucking political commentary channel out there, but seriously, just the willful ignorance that it would have taken in order for whatever outlets did call these kids out to call them out, it's just off the charts. Like you have to try. You got to try to be that stupid. Lastly, from Inc.com, we have this new tech will spawn billionaires and almost nobody sees it coming. And it looks like they have a picture of an X-wing from fucking Star Wars, which is dope. Real-time animation is already massively transforming how movies and animated movies are made. I know it didn't say movies. I guess it's cool. Animation has always been neat. I used to love watching animators on YouTube, but as someone so kindly recently pointed out, YouTube killed all of them, so oops. Alright, guys, well, that about wraps up today's episode of Firefox Pocket. I guess. Maybe I'll do another one of these, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.
Hit or miss. I guess she took the kids, huh? You have no dad. Have no dad. Hit or miss. I guess she took the kids, huh? You have no dad. Have no dad. Hit or miss. I guess she took the kids, huh? You have no dad. Have no dad. Hit or miss. I guess she took the kids, huh? You have no dad. Have no dad.